What are you trying to throw?
I'm trying to find a smoke that pretty much. So I'm gonna show you like different ways to like take mid, and I want to have a smoke that like when you have it here, I want it to be a one-way right here. So like the fade be here, and I want to line up for it because I can sometimes randomly throw it, but I'll just go through like how you take mid now. So there's actually a couple different options that you have. So one of the options is gonna be throwing an HE like this, and you're just like running with it, and then nade smoke actually covers you.
Microphone activated.
So this is one of them. So I usually just do like this type of movement, and then this nade is just gonna cover me, and now you're pretty much good, and you know that like you at least have green box control.
Right.
The other way is you could use a smoke as well, which is why I kind of like want to find a good lineup, because then if
So you
they
get
actually
one way for
peek cat, exactly.
I like
And those are like the two like new kind of ways that are cool. Like Nico like did the HE here, and then the smoke. So we just call it like Nico and Kerrigan, like Nico nade, Kerrigan smoke. Then after that, like what people throw is either they're gonna throw like an Xbox smoke, or they're gonna do the.
Can you show me that one more time? Sorry.
Yeah, it's right here at so you find this little thing, and then it's a little bit to the left.
Okay. Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice.
So,
Nice.
and then if you don't feel comfortable with that one, you
That
can
was
do this
crouching,
very.
right?
This is the old one. I do
Yeah.
it standing. I go from
Okay.
like the shadow up to here.
For sure.
That one's good. And then there's also this smoke here, but you have to do it with an op.
Really?
So, yeah, there's one right here. It's like pixel fucking perfect. I actually can do it without it, but it's not technically allowed.
Why?
Because you have
Just
to
that
use a
crosshair thing?
command. You have to use a command called show position 1. And then on the angle, it has to be these numbers.
Oh my god.
So you have to like remember that, and then you'll be able to like smoke on the door like this.
The
You have
hinge?
to like move your
Oh,
crosshair
that's who I
until.
saw throw it.
Yeah.
Who was that one? Who did it? Acor?
I actually found this that you could
You
do it like
rat,
this.
dude. That's so crazy.
Yeah. But you're not technically allowed to use that position command right now. I actually didn't even know that.
Bro,
But
they
yeah,
don't
apparently this
even
is a rule.
do they check that shit? It's a fucking neck wrap thing.
I think should be allowed personally, but it's just been banned for like a couple of years now. So like if we want to get it back, then we have to like ask the admins pretty much.
Right. And then how do you throw a long corner smoke before you go into it?
So I always throw it on the run like this. So I'll put on like the big crosshair. Which do you have like the big crosshair?
No, I will get it though.
Give it to you now. So it's just bind like mouse, like it's bind like whatever key. And then that first number is gonna be 900, and then the second number is whatever your normal crosshair size is.
Right. Okay.
So when you like press mouse 3, like that's just what I use. I use mouse 3.
Yeah.
Then I line up the middle of this door to the top of the castle, and then you let go at the shadow here. So it's pretty much here. Like you let go.
Oh shit. That's way faster too, isn't it?
There's actually like some ones off spawn that people have right now, which is probably a little bit too much right now. So I would say just learn this one. And I usually like it where like the first guy throws it, because if the first guy dies, then you lose your smoke if he didn't smoke it.
Right.
And with this, you can still like get the smoke off.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, actually, maybe it's the bottom part of the castle.
So it goes deeper.
Yeah, the bottom part of the castle's better.
Okay.
So you just line it up in the middle, this part of the castle. Let go with the shadow. Then taking long. I usually just throw like a flash like this, and then just like 180. And then you have like a couple of things that you could do. You could either like go to the corner, and you can try to just play anti and try to kill anyone that like runs through here.
Right.
Or obviously, hopefully you win the duel on this guy, because you're gonna be running through the door here. You're gonna be turning, and you try to kill this guy that's crossing.
Yeah.
And the best utility that you can throw is this is like a good opener flash here at this brick. So it lands right here.
Yeah.
And then the next ones are honestly not every team like does the same thing, but we're like
That's for
throwing these now.
behind, right?
Yeah. So these are like the layered ones that we're throwing now.
Right.
That
Those are
land right
sick,
up there.
actually. Yeah.
I
Does
think
that
they're
get
nice.
pit too?
Well, hopefully you kill the pick guy,
Yeah.
but it will get up there
Okay.
still. Yeah.
Nice for sure.
So those are the
Yeah, that's
main
cool.
nades that long, like to take long.
Right.
Do you want to
I
see any
like
of those
that.
again?
Give me the flashes, both the flashes one more time, please.
Okay.
That
So
break.
this should be the opening one.
Yep.
And then you can throw these as extra ones, but it's just whatever your team likes.
Right. Okay.
And
No, I'm
these are
definitely
the
throwing
extra.
those. We used to throw it behind too, because it makes no
Yeah.
sense to throw it like in front to blind your team.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. All right, cool.
And here's another like long pop flash. So like let's just say that I mean it's in FPL it's honestly this is just so easy to do in FPL, but in
Nobody knows how
NAFPL
to
it's
do it,
so
man.
hard to do
Yeah.
stuff. But one thing that you can do is we call this like phase long pop. So people would take long, right? And then they end up like leaving
Mm-hmm.
and they'll end up smoking the door. So like what you can do is either as this molly's still there, you can have someone smoke this off as the molly's still there, or you can wait for the smoke to pop. Then you can have like a perfect flash like this. So you can line it up. I just go line myself up with this line here.
Yeah.
Then go into the middle. Then you aim at this part of the door. It'll go straight through. And if he's close, he's gonna get fucked up. And it'll like pop like right here.
That's sick. I like that
So
one way more because people usually do it on the car, like crouching next to the car. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
people throw that one. I don't know if this one's as good or not, but yeah, I like that one.
As long as they have a good lineup, it should be fine. But this one is definitely pretty good.
It's like a perfect pop because the corner guy is going to eat that too because that's like
Yeah.
the scary. That's probably a little bit more scary because if it goes too deep, then yeah.
Yeah, you mainly just want to get anyone that gets close, like, because you can do this pop tactic at any time in the round.
Right.
So like, let's just say that maybe you guys got someone out to green box or something. One guy's lower and he throws like the smoke on the door. Then as soon as like he smokes this and he flashes over, then you guys are ready long with two, and you have
Right.
someone over here, and you guys are just ready to flash and go through it.
Right. Is
That's
that the
something that
meta?
you could do.
The hinge smoke.
Yeah, you really need to know this one for sure.
Yeah. People
I'll
die
show it in a second.
throwing it all the time though.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but
So it's right here.
People usually do it in the middle. Like you know how they do it in the middle of the where your crosser is and in the middle of the hinge.
Like here?
No. In the gap where the gap's at. Below your crosser, a little bit down. Keep going. A little bit right. Yeah, like there.
Here?
Yeah.
No way. Oh, that actually is good too.
Yeah, that's the one I knew.
I mean, it looks like they all work.
Yeah.
As long as you don't go too far right.
Yeah.
I'd say the only like tip with this one is whenever I throw this, I always like do this movement to try not to get spammed.
Right.
So I would try to make sure that like you get the fuck out of here as soon as you throw this.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're gonna get spammed.
I literally watched Simple pre-aim that shit.
Yeah, actually the round where Simple spammed Fallen, what happened this round was he was about to throw it and then he swapped his like nade and it like made the sound.
Oh, gotcha.
So he made the sound and then
my
Simple just spammed it.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, dude, did he just pre-aim that shit?
I thought that's what happened too, but then like after the game, Fallen's like, yeah, I should have just like got out of there as soon as I fucked up the smoke.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. Well, do your thing. I'm listening. I'm in session.
I think that's everything for long. Like that's everything for taking long.
Right.
And that's everything for mid. So I guess after this, you know the long nades here? Like the cross nades? Okay, here's the first one.
Yeah.
It's at this barrel and then this pillar, I just go into the middle of it. And then a little bit of a run throw.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
And this is the other one. This is the one that we
That's
use.
right. That's right. I remember this. Like I remember
Find
this
this-
white one.
Yeah. You find this little white one. I like this one because like they're the same lineup. You use
Yeah.
the same reference for both.
Right.
You just have to find the right rock, and then it's a walking. This one's a walking one.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
Which one's close and which one's deep?
This one's close. This
Okay.
one, because it's walking, it's
Right.
not gonna go as far. So this one's walking, and then this one.
Okay. For sure. Thank God.
And
People don't even know this shit in FPL. I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
try and
know.
learn it all. Is that the good? Yeah, nice. Okay.
This is the molly for car. So the most important thing is to get the guy in this corner here,
Yeah.
because he can always like hide here at the back, but
Mhm.
like you need to know if he's in the corner or not.
Right.
So this one's just at the barrel in this little cubby, and then at the door,
The
whatever.
lock thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I would say just normally just make sure that you throw a flash before you get in pit. That's like the protocol. You need a flash off the opper, and then you just get someone in pit. And if you're ever in pit and you want to throw the smoke for deep, you're just in the corner here, and then you aim like us a little bit more to the left where this plus sign is on the sign.
Right.
It's a jump throw crouching. So like if your team is if you're in pit and you need to throw something, and well I guess now, nah, it's still kind of risky to do that.
100%. Someone will
Yeah.
kill you.
Yeah.
Somebody
So
good for sure.
yeah. So you'll just like smoke like that. There actually is a smoke from here that people know, like oppers do, but I don't think you have to worry about this.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's fine for now. I don't think you really need to know anything else. Maybe the molly for cat, if you want to know this one.
Yeah.
It's just at this part of the door, and then the right side of the light, a little bit run, jump throw. So like right before your team is about to go across, like you guys threw the smokes already. Maybe you threw the smokes and you're walking across, and you waited like 5-10 seconds, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna molly, and then they start getting like a flash from like the guy in the back.
Right.
And then they have this Molotov's here.
Okay.
Then I'd say like the most important thing to molly is like mulling elbow. Outside of that, like whenever you're here, because obviously like a lot of oppers are gonna be like playing here. Like they even have smokes where they're just gonna smoke right here, and they're gonna be like opping right here.
That's so ratty.
Yeah,
Who
so like
started doing that? I saw Simple use it, but who started doing that shit?
I don't know. I think it might be Simple that started it first, but this is really like common now. Like people are really comfortable at the highest level, like giving up long. Like there's a lot of rounds like, well, you'll watch Navi now. Like next time you watch Navi, like watch how many times like they either have Boomich just like going long by himself, and then they boost Electronic up Cat or Simple. Other one plays CT, and he just like feels out if he wants to take long or not, like or if he can, you know.
Right.
Like sometimes he feels like he can, and he just has it. Like maybe he only hears like one smoke, one flash, and he's like, nah, you're not here, and he has long, right?
Yeah.
And he ends up just like playing from over here. So like you like if they actually do take long, he's completely okay with just coming back into sight, and he's gonna have like some type of smoke, or he's gonna give a smoke to Simple, and as soon as they come back from mid, they'll have like their rifler play back on site, and he's gonna be doing some type of one way here. Like one of them is smoking like this. Like I think Olaf used this.
That's
it's a one way on top of the
nice.
site. Yeah, this one's nice. Another one is like this one here at this staircase. And you would have to start here. So if you ever do play A and like you want to like give up long and come back over here,
Right.
like you would actually have to start here, because if you try like going cat and then like
to
doing
cross
this,
you dead to an opper.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you could do that. And then I would usually just try to find a timing to use the barrel smoke. If you ever like use this, everyone knows about this smoke.
So
usually what I do is I just like throw a flash, I let them spam it for 5-10 seconds, and then I use the last 5-8 seconds of the smoke, and then I use it. And they're usually going to be car already, so you just have to kill this guy first, and then you'll just kill everyone else.
Yeah. I remember, dude, you're literally the most annoying Dust 2 player to play against on Cat. You're so fucking disruptive, bro, how you played.
Yeah,
that's not even
I
just
think there's a
kissing your
lot
ass.
of
You
cool
just play
options.
you just play so disruptive. And your timing is always really good too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think another spot too, another thing too is I don't remember exactly how to do this one. I'm pretty sure that he just like smokes like this and he just like flashes through. I remember Axile used to like do this a lot.
Oh
It
my
sounds kind of
God.
random, but it actually had so many fucking like kills whenever we used this.
Yeah. Sometimes shit like that works, man. If it works, then it does, you know? Because people
Yeah.
expect you to use the backside of it, not the front side.
Yeah, dude, there's actually another smoke here. Honestly, it was in one of the last videos I watched, but pretty much
Where do you watch your videos at?
the last one I was watching was from this guy Nard out here. He actually has like a good compilation of like nerdy shit that you can find.
Right.
And the one that I saw that I thought was nice, because I usually don't find a lot of new stuff. He had a smoke from here, like I think it was Axile, and it had a one-way here, but it looked like the one-way that was over here.
Right.
Because this is a very common one-way that people have. Then it's like more here. But he was actually killing everyone from right here on this.
It's pretty sick, actually. See, people
Yeah.
just fucking. I know. Is that with a lot of, not like a lot, but that's like, I feel like smokes on CT are so situational to help you get kills, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that people are so comfortable now giving up long because of all the options. Like, they have no problem doing it. Because either they're going to help their opper, they're going to just drop a smoke to their opper, and they're just going to do this smoke for him. And he's just going to play around it, and he's going to be a little nerd. And then you can actually like re-smoke it from here too, but don't worry about it. And yeah, like it's really hard. One of like the main goals as T's is just getting rid of this first smoke somehow. Like sometimes people will do like a bait smoke where they'll just like smoke deep or they'll smoke close. And then the whole goal is to get rid of this guy's smoke where he thinks the execute's coming. And he's
Right.
just like, oh shit. And then like if you use this guy's smoke, you're in a really good spot to just re-execute.
Right. That makes sense. It's actually it's crazy how I literally used to look at the game before and then how you just lose it and then now it's like coming back when I listen to how you're talking about it. It's cool.
Yeah, dude, fucking CS is so fucking good now.
I
People
love the
know so many
details.
things, and there's so many protocols, like it's hard to even like talk about all of them.
Yeah. For sure. Then how would you default lower?
Yeah, so we'll go back to like T side, like just getting the map. So I already showed like these couple options of getting green box,
Right.
and at B, actually the very best spawn at B makes it before the lower guy does the best spawn. He can make it to this side for the best CT spawn here. So if they get this spawn, like a lot of people right now want to do the lower push, and if the T's don't have the best spawn, then they're able to get to this angle before the T's.
Wow. Okay. I never knew
But
that.
if you have the best spawn over here, then you'll actually beat them, and you'll be able to get here before they are able to like look here. So if you're able to get here with the best spawn, I think it's pretty good.
Right.
If not, some teams are like really hesitant to go into upper B, and they like to take it from like top mid. Like either they're gonna like take it with this hinge smoke from T spawn, or they're gonna take it from green box, and they're just gonna do like a reverse clear. That's like what we're calling it. We're like reverse clearing lower.
Right.
So we're gonna go majority upper B or majority top mid with 4, and then 1 upper B. And the smokes, like either we're gonna get some guy out to green box in some type of way, and then our opper, because we have a guy here already, he can just like flash off, and the opper is able to start clearing out these angles. And you can either like molly back cat or you can molly back mid to help the control, and you can start coming down here, and you can just like take lower this way. So you can do a reverse clear. And then from upper B, I mean, most of the time, like you're gonna know if they're in lower or if it's possible. And some of the ways you can know is if you have one of your teammates come down here and they just molly the doors, if they smoke it out, there's a chance that they're there.
Right.
The faster Molotov is actually, actually I think Electronic does it a different way. Let me see if I can do it his way, because his was a little bit, I think he was just doing this, honestly. Yeah. So I was doing this where I'm like aiming at the bottom of the shit stain and I do a jump throw.
Yeah. God, bro, your movement's clean. That goes deeper though. That's the one thing that's actually
Yeah,
a
it's a
little
bit better.
Because it hits nice.
Yeah. So you can practice this.
Yeah.
I mean, your teammates just tell them to just jump down. They're not gonna
Hit that
do
feel.
this other one.
True.
Yeah, so if they put that out, then you'll know. But they could take 30 damage. You take about 30 to 40 damage if you just tank this Molotov.
Right.
So
That's why
you have
people are mulling mid now, right?
yeah, they're
For
doing
the
it for that
lower.
reason. And then like the other ways that you can know is an op is really important on this map, obviously. And your opper is going to be like responsible for getting that info for you. One of the things you can do is you can boost. So whenever I'm off, gonna boost for like an opper, I ask them if they want it on the left or the right, just to like make it easier. And if they boost on the right here, then you can just be holding lower,
Right.
and you'll know if they're there. And so how this looks as a CT is if like if like an opper is looking at suicide, then you're like, okay, it's good, and then it's like okay, and then boom, you just get like killed by the opper.
Right. Yeah, that's not. You're crouched on the bottom, obviously, right?
Yeah, stay crouched.
Okay.
Yeah, stay crouched. But just make sure if you're ever gonna boost them for lower, then you're just not like in the middle of the open. So you're either
Yeah.
gonna be on this side, or you're gonna be on this side, and your opper should have this info here.
Right. Okay.
If
I like
so,
it.
if they don't know, then there's a couple ways that you guys can take lower. You could obviously flash like this, but it's like kinda noob. Like people don't really die to this. So so one of the ways is like you can have one of the rifles come over here and he'll drop in front like this, and then the other rifler will go after. So the first rifle will just drop like this and he'll try to like kill this guy. And if you're opping here, you can actually jump over his scope. Like if you drop like this, you'll jump over his scope, and then he might take a shot on your teammate back here,
Trade it though.
and then you'll trade it. Yeah. You could also throw like a shit flash too, like this, because they could always be opping here,
Yeah.
no matter what. So you're just gonna have to use a lot of utility. Like you're gonna have to
It's
either
so
do
much
like,
scarier now when I think about it from this perspective.
dude, it's
Because
fucking scary as
FPL.
shit. They can be
'Cause-
everywhere.
Yeah. Because like at FPL, there's like nobody that really pushes lower. Nobody really is fighting middle with an op. They just fight the standard way, you know. So it's like now when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dude, for sure I'm gonna be in lower some of the rounds. Probably like 3
Yeah.
at the half.
Yeah, you have to be really fucking careful. So like, you have to just you have to make sure you're taking it like with 2 or 3 for sure,
Right.
every single time.
Yeah.
One person either jumping or you're throwing like this noob flash, and then like you're either throwing like the shit flash too, or you're clearing it in some other way. Like
Mhm.
other ways to clear it would be just like if you just stand here. So like whenever you're gonna boost for someone lower, you need to make sure you're standing, and then they can just jump on your head like this.
Right.
So don't crouch because it just like makes it a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just like boost like this and you can clear cat, but if he's opping lower, he can still kill you.
Yeah.
So hopefully like you know that they're in lower or doing something like this. Like maybe you did the molly and he had to smoke it out. Because if he has to smoke it out, at least it's smoked, you know? Like at least there's something there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, just use utility. Another flash that you should know is close to the wall. You aim at like this shit stain here,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll blind like a cat opper.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, so I use that sometimes. And then whenever I'm taking lower, I would say that like you just have to make sure that like you're taking it well. So like the next step after right here is you have to be scared of like the cat upper, right?
Yep.
So either you're throwing like this shit flash, or you're asking your teammate to shit flash. And as soon as that happens, I like to like either crouch or swing to the left. And if you are at like this closer part of the box here, and the rifler on cat, if he's peeking like this, you actually can't see the guy that's crouching here. Like you'll see like
Wow.
his
I never
head,
knew.
and he won't see you either.
I always felt like weird in that spot. Like if I was ever playing that cat wall in CT, because I felt like
Yeah.
I could die, like in the
Yeah,
head.
you can.
Yeah,
I
I
learned
always
this
felt
against like Jax. I was like playing here against G2, and I was holding right here, and then like he just killed me, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even see him.
that.
And that's how I figured that out.
Right. They see the tip of your head or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, so next step is like I like to come close to this left wall, and that's for 2 different reasons. It's because some oppers, they like to wait for the flash, like they'll be on this guy's head, and as soon as the flash comes, then he'll peek, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the middle here, you'll die. So I like to stay close to the wall, and then I like to clear it like this, and I can usually get the kill on this guy if he's here.
Right.
And then also another thing that you have to be worried about is there's another flash. So 100 Thieves used to do this play a lot, like the Australians.
Yeah,
So
I
JKS
remember
would
this shit.
he would stay close mid and he would ask for this flash here. And if you're in lower, you're gonna get blind from it right here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of protecting you from two different things.
Right. Yeah, those guys used to do that shit. They were active around mid too. Every time we scrimmed you guys, you and them, they were so active around mid. It made it annoying. And now it's gonna be even more annoying.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
dude, that's like literally everything that like you need to know. Like, and there's still like a lot of more shit you have to deal with. Like, here's some more stuff like Navi's doing. Like they're smoking like this for suicide. And then like Simple will be like, he'll be covering bit, he'll be mulling top mid. And then like, so the T's are gonna have to deal with this too. Yeah, and sometimes like Simple was holding here. Like this is a setup they did. They did one right here, opping, and then they had the
He was at the
rifler
box,
here.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he was holding here. As soon as Simple takes a shot, this guy might think he's good. Dead. Instantly.
Dude. You know what's fucked? You could literally just throw 2 nades and make the T's use so many more nades to take mid. Smoke
Yeah.
and molly top mid. And they have to be like, holy fuck, they could be anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Is defaults predominantly run through lower now, would you say? Like out of, if you're gonna say 12
I think
gun
it's
runs,
just pretty
half and half?
equal.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty equal. It kind of is going to depend if you have an op or not. Oh yeah, another way that you can like take mid is if you boost like your opper and then like you're running down mid here, just throwing like a flash through the door, falling, and you can just like get close Xbox. Like it's a little bit risky, but
Gotta
you'll be
change
able
the
to get
tempo every
fast
now and
mid.
then.
Yeah, you can't just like go slow every single round. So like
Yeah.
you do need some tempo changes. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
everything for taking mid that you'll probably need to have. At least this will be fine enough for FPL.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm
And
definitely
then,
gonna be watching demos too and just learning. I love
yeah,
watching this shit, dude. It's just the details of the game that I swear nobody fucking gets until you get to that
yeah.
level. I didn't
There's
even
so
get
many
that shit on
protocols and
C9, bro.
shit.
Yeah, exactly.
The game
Like
has
if they
changed so
do
much since
this,
like 2015, 16, 17.
yeah,
Things are so intricate.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, same. So like more nades. So we just got through mid and long. We didn't go through cat or B. So one of the Molotovs to know is like for close mid.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw it like that. It's pretty easy to clear out the close guy. For the mid to B smoke, you just aim at this stain. And then we call this smoke like on the box here. So there's one that goes on the box to cover.
Mm-hmm.
We call this one Space Soldiers. So I find the line here. Then I find the dot that's to the right of that line, like this. And then I go a little bit to the right. That's a crouching jump throw. And that'll land on the box.
Okay.
The main thing to like know when you're mid being is like to make sure you molly here. And then if
Yeah.
they're on the box, they'll actually be getting ticked from this.
Yeah.
And I'd
Dude,
say
I
like,
used to sit in that spot every fucking round.
I know this actually used to be a spot, but pretty much the molly just gets rid of it.
Yeah.
You can't even use it anymore.
Yeah, I never use it.
Oh yeah, you can also do it from like out here too. I don't usually do that though.
I get so scared here, dude.
I believe it's here.
People throw
Yeah.
smokes there, and I'm like, bro, you're just asking to die. I
Yeah.
fucking hate that when I would come out mid and throw it. Steel would make me do it. I'd be like, man, there's no shot I'm doing that shit again. That's the B-door smoke, right?
Supposed to be. Honestly, never throw this. It's like never end up throwing it, so I don't even remember it, honestly. I think it has to hit this, or it
Let's
has
hit
to hit
that
that one
thingy.
actually. Oh, it's that one. It's that building. Right? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. Okay, I thought it was. And then like actually, so with this smoke, like you can do both ones at the same, like you can do this smoke here. And you can also do like a flash, like a perfect flash here at this corner.
Mm.
So you can do that sometimes. It's honestly, you're not going to use that in FPL.
Hey, man. I might just start calling shit.
I think the main thing that'll help is just like calling how you're going to take mid.
Yeah.
And just
That's how
doing like
everybody
one of these
dies.
options. Yeah.
Right.
And then the cat nades, obvious the brick smoke right here. You probably already have this one.
Mm-hmm.
Then so this one, it's not actually the best one. There's a better one from like here that like lands faster. I just feel like it's really touchy, so I don't like it. So I end
Is
up
this
just
one a
doing this
pin
one.
lineup with the classic view model?
Yeah, exactly. Are you on
Okay.
classic? Can you see
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I have a bind for it.
Okay, so yeah, I do too. So I just put
That
my
one.
pin in here.
Gotcha. Cool, cool.
But you can't, there is the lineup from here. I just don't fucking know it because I just think it's, yeah, I don't know it.
Who throws that one? That one that you're trying to throw there.
This
The
faster
fast
one?
one, yeah.
I'm not sure. I know a lot of teams do. It's pretty normal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe it's this corner. That's why. Whatever. I personally like this one more because I don't fuck it up. And whenever I was like taught this other one, I just couldn't find like a good lineup for it.
Right.
Then after that, so you'll have like the brick smoke, the one-way smoke, and then sometimes you'll throw the CT smoke, which is just in this corner at this corner here.
Mm-hmm.
But you end up using so much utility nowadays that you don't even have that many smokes later.
I know. Yeah. Do people mainly, if they just have one smoke, they just throw the CT one, right? The Avangard?
Yeah, I think that this is the best smoke if there's only one smoke.
Yeah.
Because the brick smoke, like people, sometimes they don't even hold it. Like the rifler will just be like holding here, or they're holding like here for you to come out.
Yeah.
So you're able to like bypass this, especially because you can just flash. The initial flash should just be able to get this.
Right.
Then good utilities to like know after this is if you come to the back wall here and aim at this corner of the box.
This is the Cooper right here.
Yeah, these are the nice layered flashes.
Yeah.
And then another thing is doing the Goose Molotov. So
Yeah,
you can do this
I
through
remember the
this.
lineup. Isn't it through the wall? Oh, okay.
I just find this pole
Okay.
and I just aim for it and it'll hit.
Like
So as
it.
long as you get on here, you find the pole, go the molly, it'll hit.
Okay. Do people throw the game helper smoke anymore or not anymore? Is that outdated as fuck?
People don't really throw that. They throw this a little bit more.
That's a smoke they throw?
Yeah. I believe it's right here at like this part.
Yeah.
And they just like throw it when they get like up here.
What the hell is that?
It pretty much covers you right here.
Oh, okay.
Because the one way only covers you up until right about here. So you still need to get to this next line.
Right. Okay.
So these
What
are the
the
main
fuck?
smokes you should know. Just like
That's
this one,
cool.
and this one.
I like that shit. And they just throw that at the box?
Yeah. As soon as you just get right here, you can let go.
Okay. Like that shit. That's cool. And then
Okay,
I don't know
so
any of the B nates at all.
there's
Because
not too
obviously
many.
shit was changed.
Yeah, so there's like a lurk smoke right here. You can throw it from this box. Then you crouching aim at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a pretty good lurk
I
smoke.
like that because it flushes out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's not bad. Like people have their own preferences for what they like. Like there's that one there, and then people they aim at the same spot but here. And then this one's a little bit closer, but it'll give you a better one way on the box.
I like it when it flushes out more, just so I can at least fucking clear close. Because you can't see that guy on the left. And like I hate
Yeah.
coming through a smoke too. I feel like if you try and come through it, it's like I don't know. I like that first one you threw.
Yeah, I like both of these. And there's actually another smoke that you can learn from here too. So there you'll have this lurk smoke, and then you can also smoke door from here. But this is the shit door smoke, just so you know. This is the shit
That's
smoke.
terrible. What's a
But
good one?
sometimes you need to throw it.
Okay.
So the good one is you come to this pole here, you find this white dot, and then you see this stain here. I kind of just find like this chicken, and like right next to his head, you do like a jump throw. And this one will like land outside the door, and it'll be like a lot nicer. because if they want to like run through, then like you'll see them a lot earlier.
Right. And then do
Um,
people throw any? Do people smoke window or no?
no, they don't. Like there's just you don't have enough like smokes.
You don't have enough nades. Yeah. Makes
There
sense.
is some that exist. Like there's one that's here, but like I ended up learning these and then we never use them. So it's like one of those types of utilities. So I
Yeah.
just won't even worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, good. I mean, if they don't fucking use them, you just yeah.
Yeah, and here's like an entry flash. So here's like the most important utility that you can know. So how I line this up is I put this pole and I put it in between the middle here. And I aim right in the middle of like this square.
Okay.
And then it's a little bit of a run. And it'll like land on the outside so they don't have to turn.
Right. That's
So
nice.
this is like the normal entry flash. Like the pole here, put in the middle, and running throw. And some people flash like this. They'll just like do like jump throws. And then this actually is good because it can like depending on how you throw it. People have like some different lineups for it. Like I know like on this one they have like it all together where I believe it's here. Yeah, this is it. So they throw these as entry flashes
Mm-hmm.
because it'll get like some more people back sight.
Right.
But the main people at B that are gonna be getting blind, like they're trying to dodge like this entry flash. So that's why some people flash over instead of like doing the entry flash like right here. Because the entry flash is only gonna get right here. And then some B players, they'll play like this. So they're dodging both of the so they'll dodge the entry flash and the
Mhm.
layered flashes here.
Right.
So this is how some people play it, and that's why they flash like this. Sometimes you just have to like kind of guess like where you think they're playing.
Right. Can you show me that the smoke combination thing again? The smoke
Yep.
fedora and then the combo?
Yeah. So you find this white dot, find
Chicken.
this chicken, a little jump throw. Then it's this
Stain.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck! It's a little bit higher. So it's at the top part of the stain. That's why.
Okay. All right.
And everyone else is just flashing like this.
What do those flashes get?
It gets literally everything because they're all landing. Here, I can do the rethrow last grenade. So anyone that's peeking window is going to be getting blind.
You just have to throw it high enough, though. Because I've seen people throw it in the ground, and I'm like, dude, I don't think that's getting shit.
Yeah, you just chuck it. As long as you're chucking it right there, it's good. It's going to be blinding everything.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why some people are like playing so close to this box here so they can be dodging these.
Yeah, right. Well, fuck. That's sick.
Yeah. And I feel like that's pretty much it for like nades. Like in terms of meta, like we went over like how to take mid. Is there like anything else?
When you're playing like cat, what makes you decide like how you're gonna fight? Like, cause I remember
On
playing
CT?
against you. Yeah, like I remember playing against you. There was something about your timing. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, you would always have the good timing of like when we're using nades and know when to like
Like right here,
almost
like
catch us
which
off guard.
peaks am I doing exactly so I know?
I don't know,
which
man.
one.
Like, there was like spots here. You're really fucking annoying. Here, like to start, you're really good at like being on like around these angles here, and then like here, and then around this area too. You were like just disruptive. Like you wouldn't ever just play standard. And like when you would, it was like when you guys already had a fucking lead. But even if you had a lead, you would still just disrespect us, you know? So
Yeah, I can show you
about
how I
that.
play cat now. It's a little bit different because you can't really I can't play like this anymore. It's kind of like hard, like even playing up here.
Yeah.
So there are some things that you can do, but like you need an opper. So like let's just say you're playing someone that's like really bad, right? And they're smoking Xbox and then these guys are just like yeeting up here. If you're like in this type of setup where you're like playing right here on this left wall and you have an opper like getting the first shot for you, as soon as he takes a shot, like it's really hard for them to clear and be able to win this duel against you.
So the hinge smoke's a lot better then.
Yeah, I think the hinge smoke is just way better in like every way.
Because you could die to lower instead of not dying to lower.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, like whenever you're using this hinge smoke, make sure that like you're jumping up cat like this. Like you can either jump like this, or if you jump across, make sure that you jump like this. Because even if you do the hinge smoke, they could be doing this little nerdy shit
Right.
like underneath the smoke.
Okay.
And that gets punished by an opper. Like your opper, he's still gonna be looking at mid. So if anyone does that, he should be getting punished for it.
Mm-hmm.
He won't always though. So I would just, if you want to be extra safe, just come this way. And then you actually should learn this movement to go up cat
Oh,
without
yeah,
showing
yeah.
your head.
That's
Do you
crazy,
know how to
actually.
do this one?
I used to.
It's
like a
actually
double
really
click.
easy.
It's like a double mouse jump, right?
Yeah, all you do is you're just like you're holding A, and then you're
Mhm.
just instantly like mouse wheel up, mouse wheel up. Just
Yeah.
no time like in between, and then just find a nice spot over here to like pop your head up.
Right. Okay.
That's pretty much why you can't play here anymore. Because if they do the hinge smoke, they could be anywhere.
Yeah.
So you just want to fall back most of the time. So whenever I get fast catted, I usually like to get like a flash over mid if I think they're coming, and I can just like do any quick clears.
See if you can
Most of the
punish
time,
somebody.
yeah, most of the time like you don't really find anything, or like they'll have so many flashes. Like sometimes people are like flashing like this, and they're just like flashing you off, or yeah, usually just that. Like I'm just getting flashed off, so I don't always get to do that. And my main job here now is I like going for like the boost at lower. And then I also try to just get nade damage. Like I'm just trying to find like some timing to like nade them at lower.
Right.
That's like the
Are
main
you
things you can
auging
do
or
now.
M4ing?
M4.
Okay.
The M4 is
Sounds?
just way too good now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
So I would just say like your main goal on cat now is to just get nade damage.
Chip damage. Okay.
Yeah. You see people like doing so like whoever boosts, whenever they boost, they just like throw their nade at them. And then this guy, he'll just like find a nade timing here. He'll go pick up the nade. And he'll come back, and then he'll just try to like renade like Xbox. Like you'll see teams doing that now.
That's so
So
annoying.
yeah, so in FPL you could just be like, yo, dude, fucking drop your nade up here. Okay. They'll probably be confused, but just tell them to like press G on their keyboard, toss it up there.
I remember I saw the clip with Vitality Apex was getting
Yeah,
ready to
he
make
fucking
cat and
naded the shit out of me.
Zywoo. Oh, was that against you?
Yeah, it was
And
against us.
Zywoo kept missing his fucking nade drop, and he kept running back and throwing it at him. And then he
Oh
double
yeah,
naded.
yeah.
He double
That's
naded
fucking
deep and
funny.
then went off the wall to push you because he knew you were going to push towards the stairs, and then he naded the stairs. It was actually
Yeah.
pretty interesting how he did it. I was fucked up though.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was you. That's
Dude,
funny.
people are so obvious though when they do this, because like if you do this timing where you're just like nading and then you go back and you just like nade again, it's so fucking obvious that you're gonna be doing like this third nade when you actually take cat.
Right.
So like when you're taking cat right now, I feel like most of the time it's good enough just to molly and just like chill and don't get naded.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you molly or like you just like flash every time and you're just like and you just fucking clear
You're just
everything,
going to eat a nade.
you're gonna eat a nade. Like Astralis was really good at this back in the day. They would just nade the shit out of you. They're either gonna nade like that, or they're just gonna like nade like this, and you're gonna lose like 40 HP. You don't have to worry about that in FPL though, honestly. But you can try doing that as a CT. Like
Yeah.
find good timings. Like whenever teams molly bricks against you, I would just be ready on this side here, and you can just nade like this, like to the left of the window. And you'll usually get someone right here. They don't like, people don't usually tuck this early.
No, never. They
That's
sit
like what
where
I
you're
do.
at.
Like when I go cat, if I really want to be here, I'll just tuck, or I'll just stay in the very back.
Right.
So just try to find some good like nade timings on them. Or if you're dropped in CT, then you can just like nade like this.
Yeah, that's what Apex did. He did the one that you just threw and then naded off the wall to get you. Because he knew you were either going to move back or move to the stairs, but he just assumed somebody was going to go stairs right after. So it was
Yeah,
just
exactly.
interesting how he did it. Yeah. Holy shit. I love
A
it.
lot of T stuff.
I know, I love it.
Stuff.
One thing I'm going to, if I remember all the nades, I remember everything you said about how to default and all that too. I just need to remember all the fucking nades too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're pretty easy. There's not even that much. It's just like we went through literally everything. So we're either like, this is like the only thing that's new, and this is nothing like even specific. do Xbox smoke, how to like fast smoke long. These flashes. I mean, a lot of this is like good like support utility.
Yeah.
I can. What spot do you end up like playing on CT? I can just like tell you how to like how you're usually playing that spot.
I normally fill in FPL. Like people don't like playing B, so I end up just playing B.
Okay,
I'm
I can
not
show you B
like
stuff.
I'm not like the best fucking anchor, but dude, I've played literally pit, rotator, uh,
I would play Pit if
and
I were
B.
you in FPL because I feel like you're gonna get more action just killing people at
Yeah.
long.
Nobody goes B. Like B is like unheard of in FPL on Dust 2. And then
Well, it's
on
really hard. Like you have to be really patient. Like the guy upper B has to have like good timings, like with his lurk smoke, knowing like when to use it, or like
yeah.
not using it at all. And at mid to B, I would say like the thing that helps the most on T side mid to Bing is just taking your time. Like the second that you smoke and you do these, if you start just rushing it, you're just gonna get fucked up. Like
Right.
that's when like the noobs are just like flash, 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 and they just mow you all down, and it feels really stupid, right?
Yeah.
So on T side, that's why like I like trying to find good timings to do like just one smoke and just see if I can get anything.
Mm.
And then if I notice like the other team isn't like respecting my first smoke, that's when we just come out here, we smoke real fast on the fly, someone mollies real quick, and then we're just going.
I like that.
We're just going quick. But you
Right.
kind of have to feel that out, like seeing during
Mm-hmm.
the game, like if they're respecting your first smoke.
Right.
And let's just say like later in the game, you're just throwing both of your smokes. It's actually really nice just to chill. Like you can use the last 10 seconds of the smoke. Like just take your time. The smoke popped. Okay. Windows clear. Okay. We're still going. Still going. Okay. Molly now. Molly. Okay. Going, going, going. Flash. Flash now for me. And you're
Right.
just like going in there. So you're trying to like just work the angles. And actually I didn't clear my angles right. Because I needed to clear right here.
Yeah. Even then I knew what you were
Forgot
saying.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that angle is fucking ratty.
Yeah, no. I actually died to it like today or something. Or yesterday. I forgot.
It's a ratty angle.
But I think just taking your time is like the best option, like when mid to being. Like you obviously have to like go like really fast, like what I was saying before. If people aren't respecting your first smoke, then you're just gonna go out there and just be ready to just go on the fly and just fucking go out there
Right.
because they're not respecting you. But people are just trying to find like really nerdy timings, like where they're just gonna flash through on the first couple seconds, or they're gonna like flash through and like you just tell your opper to post up here, and you're just like nerding out here to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure that you like clear like this angle here. This is really common. People
The
play
off
right
angle.
here. Yeah, this is a really common off
Naf
angle.
always fucking sits there. I remember that. I feel like
Yeah,
Naf was
it's really
always
good.
there.
Good.
Yeah. Before you show me anything else, I honestly want to try and remember some of these nades because I just
Yeah,
want to
go
make
for it.
sure. Yeah, I
Wiz.
just want to make sure. All right. Fuck me, dude. Pressure's on.
Just go through like all the mid options,
Is
A
this it here
options.
or this one?
A little higher. I think that one works though too. I don't think it's not very specific, honestly. Like both of those just hit. It's hard to miss.
Bucks. Yeah. Yep. How long did it take you to get this one? One try?
You
Oh, I
just
need
have
to
to
go
move your
deeper.
crosshair with it. Just move your
Yeah.
crosshair with it and you let go with the shadow.
Which shadow? Oh, you
That
hit
one.
that?
Like that corner, yeah. It's the like the first corner of that shadow. Yeah,
This one?
exactly. Yeah, that's when you let go.
I think I missed that for sure. Oh, never mind.
That was good.
All right. As long as I remember where it's at, I can practice these. So you get the flash. But you did this one, right?
Yeah.
Here?
Higher.
This
A
one?
little bit lower on like the dark side of the wood. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Oh, shit. What else was there? Yeah, an Avangar. Obviously the setup.
You can do the long nades, like if you remember all like the
Oh, yeah,
all the
yeah,
long
yeah.
nades.
So I'm going this one?
Yeah, it's
Right.
on this side, and then it's classic, and you put like your that thing.
Is that it?
Yep. Yeah, that's good. So
I just remembered it by the tooth. I just think of tooth. I don't know why.
yeah, and then it's in the middle of the pole. Exactly.
This pole, right?
Yep. And
Is
then
it a
same exact
shift
spot.
walk?
Yeah, this one's a shift. Just don't let it go too late, otherwise you're gonna like hit the corner of
The
the wall.
ledge.
Yeah.
I like these because they're a little bit. Is this too deep? Should this be more shallow?
It's a little bit too deep, but it's not a big deal. It's honestly not
Alright.
a big deal. I think that's hitting.
Is
If you
that
just-
RNG?
No,
Or am I
it
tripping?
should be going in there.
Okay.
That should be good.
Alright.
Yeah, it's hitting. It's hitting.
Is this the one you said? You said aim up here?
It's to the right of like the light bulb.
Like
Like
here?
on it though. Yeah, and then running. Yep.
Oh, that was too soon, I think, but
It's still fine.
you want it a little bit
Still
deeper
hits.
though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's good though. It's completely fucking perfect.
What was the other one?
Oh yeah, the Molotov. So it's the bottom of that stain, or no, if you want to do that, you have to do that a little different. Like if you want
You
to
have
do
to
it like
do it
how
like
electronic
this,
throws
right?
it,
Do you jump through it?
it's a running jump throw. It's good enough.
That's dog shit, dude. Yours like lands deep.
Because you have to do it all in
You-
like one motion.
Yeah,
If
you
you
aim
don't do it
here,
all in
right?
one motion. I'm at the bottom right here.
Okay. So you just cock this bitch. Do you jump through this?
Yeah, you're running the whole time, and then I use my jump throw bind.
Gotcha. So you jump and then jump. Okay, my jump bind's not working. One sec.
You'll honestly, you need to just practice that one. It's
I'll
kind of hard.
practice that, yeah.
It's a little bit tricky.
Oh,
Make sure
so
this is your
shit.
jump bind too. I'll send it to you on Steam. If you have this as your jump bind, so I use mine as comma, you can use whatever. But if you use that one specifically, then all of your right clicks will be perfect jump throws, and your middle click jump throws will be perfect.
Okay. Hell yeah, that's sick. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, so if you wanted a
need that
perfect
shit.
middle throw, or like a right click, a perfect right click. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't really use those that often, but if
Just
you
in
wanted
case
it,
you need to. Yeah.
yeah.
And then you said this is the smoke here. Oh, fuck me. All right, well, I'll come back to that. And then the molly you said. All right, got the molly. And then this CT smoke you said, right? Is it this one here?
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Shoot at it?
Did I just leak it by accident? Fuck me, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
My
I
bad.
saw.
I literally try to hide the fucking thing too. I didn't mean to do that, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Every time we change the location, it changes the IP anyway.
Okay. Do you guys change from Chicago? Oh, you do Chicago for
It's on
Shocks,
Chicago
right?
for shocks, yeah.
And then which one is it?
It's right at like this thing here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Is that right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Do you like the Saturn a lot, by the way, the mousepad?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I actually just bought like an extra 4 like 2 days
Really?
ago.
Damn.
Yeah. Gotta make sure I have like 2 on me at all times.
Yeah. Never fucking know, something happens. All right, we got that. Now the B nades, and that's the last thing, right?
Yeah, so you did long nades. Did you do the mid to B nades?
No, let me get those. Fucking I can't believe I showed my console. Sorry, dude.
It's fine. I don't. Apparently, it didn't even like show the whole IP, and it really doesn't matter. Every time we change the IP or the location changes IP.
Is it
So
this
it's
one
to the
here?
right of that dot. Yeah,
Yeah.
right there. Yep. Looks good.
Okay. I would honestly throw this, but since I'm out on a team, I will never throw that in FPL for somebody. Because I will die having a nade.
Yeah,
on
the
it.
one outside there. I mean, sometimes it's good because like you're gonna walk out and like you know that you have it.
Yeah, right. Is it this
A
one
little to
here?
the right. No, it's closer to the pole. One more to the right.
This
One
one?
more to the right now. This one.
Okay.
That's it.
Is this a crouch or no?
It's standing.
Okay.
It's the top part of that.
Let's get your entry.
A little bit more to the right. It has to be
Too
like in the
much?
middle. A little bit too much. Now it's good. I put it like in
Okay.
the middle.
Middle where? Like this part?
Like there's like those two lines like from the boxes going down, and I put like that
Yeah.
pole
In
like
the
in the middle
middle
of
of the
them.
lines.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Okay, I see now. That makes sense. Okay, and then fuck, I forget.
It's in the middle of like the square. Well, it's not a square,
Oh yeah,
but
right here.
yeah, right there.
Run throw?
And then it's a run, yeah.
Got your entries, repeat bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Lurk smokes?
Which lurk smoke? Oh
Well,
yeah.
whichever one you like.
Oh yeah, Kimosabi. Is this crouch?
I think I was crouching. I'm pretty sure I'm crouching, yeah.
Yeah, I think you were. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
this
that's it.
one, but I'll remember this shit. Where do you stand again? Like here?
Oh, it's not very specific actually.
Oh yeah. Alright. Am I missing
Looks
anything?
good. No, I don't think so. I think that's everything. It's not really like too much. Like most of it was just going over how to take map control.
Yeah. Alright. Dude, sometimes I like see shit through here though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you definitely have to do this jump thing that you're saying, right?
Yeah, or you can still flash. Like sometimes people still flash, but flashes are just so important. They just still
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I usually just jump like this. So you can like just jump directly from like here to the wood. You don't miss it. But then you can't do like the really nice like jump
The
up.
fast jump
Cause
up, right?
the fast jump up has to be from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it from just here? I don't think so.
I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
think you
think you
can.
can.
Because I remember me and Steele were doing this way back in the day, dude. He had us
Yeah.
practice. He had me practicing this shit too. I love that shit. Actually, I need to start doing that shit, like the little shit, dude, just to get just like kill somebody.
Yeah, you'll just like catch someone. Like if they're like, it's like the reason why people don't play certain ways anymore. Like the reason why I can't play like this anymore is because
This guy.
people just know how to do this stuff and they just fuck you
Yeah.
up.
All right. Do you ever change like how you're gonna play? Like, well, it's definitely gonna vary per team, how you play though. But do you ever change like if you play a team multiple times in a tournament? Would you play it one way and then kind of switch up how you're gonna play it the next way versus them, even though it's the same kind of style? So you're not like as predictable, even though timing is obviously not predictable. But
Well, there's a lot of like different ways to take mid control as we just went over, so it's impossible for them to know which one we're going to be doing on the beginning of the round.
yeah,
And you know, some games like you're going to start off and you're going to have a bunch of long spawns, and then you're going to end up taking long, and then like if someone watches that demo, they're like, well, we didn't learn anything because they just had long spawns and they took it every round.
right.
But for like mid control stuff, like
What about like
as
CT? Do you change how you play versus the same team if you play them like back to back? Would you say? I probably shouldn't ask that on the stream, honestly.
It's fine. I'm not gonna like say anything dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, because like the answer is just whatever was working for them before. I'm just gonna try to find an answer for. Because like unless we're just completely dominating them, I'm just gonna try to find like solutions. Like maybe on some games, like I think like the problem like with our Dust 2 CT side like last year is we didn't have enough pressure at mid. Like we weren't abusing these changes enough. And now
Yeah.
like even right now, like we have a lot more options for how to really shut people down at mid, like especially if they're taking it sloppy.
Right.
Or if you notice something, like sometimes like when people like take fast mid, like they'll fast like let's just say, look over here. So let's just say that they're doing like the boost here and like someone's running down here and they don't flash, but they jump to Xbox. I can easily tell my opper, yo bro, like they don't throw any flashes, and then he just holds this line. If you come CT, you can hold this line right here,
To
and then
kill
you
this
can
guy.
just kill this guy for free.
Right.
So like you can notice like little things that they're fucking up if they're not being like perfect. And
Mhm.
everyone like has like their own timings. Like I think in 2018 we were really predictable with the way we took Cat against Astralis, and that's why we got naded every single time. Like I could tell you like our default every single time was okay, ready, mollying, okay, flash, and we
Swing.
just swing across, and then they would just nade the shit out of us.
Right.
So it's you have to like find like those things that you're doing too. And sometimes like you just have to fucking lose to realize like how fucking obvious you are.
Right. That was one thing I realized about Navi when I watched them is they like throw nades like they're gonna hit something and they'll wait. They do not give a shit, bro. They'll just sit there and wait. Like they'll make it look like they take out and they'll just all will sit like it almost feels like they're AFK. They just sit like here. Like they're just looking at
Yeah.
each other and they just wait for a long time. It's
Dude, the
weird,
game is
man.
so patient. Like when you're playing FPL, you'll never even like you'll never even play against this because people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like Nick, he's
Dude.
unannounced. Is you know, he's playing these games and they're just different when you're in team settings.
Right. Dude, it's so stressful sometimes playing it too. Like you want to help somebody out too in the nicest way possible, but then you try and say something and I'm actually working on being nicer like to people. And I say something and it's just like everything just went out your ear, didn't it? Like nothing fucking happened.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, when you're
that
like
didn't
telling
register
stuff
anything.
to people in FPL, like you honestly have to know every little fucking detail. Otherwise, like it's hard to get them on the same page because when you're playing in EU FPL and you're playing with these guys and they're all on teams, if I
Mm-hmm.
mention something that like even sounds vaguely similar to what they already do on their team, they already get it. Like they already know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like for example, like I was playing in an FPL and this is what I called. I was like, okay, so I had one guy throw long nades, right? And he just like threw his whole nade set. And then they did a molly, they smoked it, and then our lower guy, like he was able to like get lower, and we smoked Xbox in the beginning of the round too. And then we just waited here, and as soon as this smoke was gonna pop, I just wanted to I wanted the opper to just go right here, and he's gonna sit in the smoke as it fades. So this is like a long control like people do.
Mhm.
The opper will just sit in the smoke and he'll hold the corner. This guy's back here and he's like ready to flash. Like he's ready to flash like either through or like over. Like there's actually a flash that you can do like over. I forget what, I think it's just this.
I like that. Let me
So
take
he's
that
just
shit.
ready to flash, and then there's another guy just like walking out, like clearing these angles. And it's actually a really nice
That's
timing. And
cool.
I wanted them to do this, and the guy like just like asked for a flash instead. And it's, like as the smoke was fading, he asked for a flash, and I'm just like, no, no. The flash happened, and then this guy, as soon as the flash popped, he just fucking killed everybody. And I was like, dude.
Did he understand what you meant after you told him?
I told him that that was how I wanted to take it because it's hard to I don't want to like explain everything. I was pretty
Yeah.
much just like this is a good way to take it too, because it's a pop.
Right,
Like
right.
you can't like do things with every step of the way every single round. In 2016, 17, 18 and 19, you could play like this where you just like
Mm,
have like a nade for every little control. But
yeah,
if you watch the game now, like when you're watching like the demos, I would like pay attention to how often they're skimping out on utility to save it for later,
right.
or they're trying to like make it look like a timing. Like
I know
sometimes you'll watch
Boomish
people
doesn't
go
use
through mid.
nades.
Yeah,
So
like sometimes people will just walk through mid and they won't flash, and like they just won't do like this pop flash here.
right.
And you're watching that and you're like, dude, what a fucking moron! Like this guy just like killed him instantly. But then you look at the rounds and like it was like a lower number situation, and they only had like a smoke molly flash, and they know that it's important, and they can't just
Burn
they
it.
can't just use everything, you know.
Right.
But what were you gonna say with Boomich?
Yeah, Boomich, I feel like when I watch him, he uses least amount of utility to like even when I was breaking out his Inferno demo, I was like, this guy just uses a fucking molly at the beginning, throws his nade, and he just waits. They never ever throw B nades early. Ever. That was
Yeah,
like one thing I learned from them. They maybe would like with 3 guys, they'll try and fight, like if Boomich is gonna swing the corner. But if he doesn't swing the corner, they hold util, see what you throw, and then they react off what you throw. And
yeah.
how they
Especially
play it.
Inferno is just like that. You're playing like just to react. You're playing like what you see, and then you're just like reacting off that.
Right. It's so weird, man. Like it was cool to, and then yeah, watching them on Dust too, like you're saying, like I'll just watch Electronic just instead of flashing to clear long and like take a peek, he just jump peeks long. Like he does the jump peek thing. It gets a fucking opper.
Which one? Like this?
He jump peeks this corner here. He doesn't even threat. No, like he'll be by himself long, and literally this is how he clears it to see if they're playing long. He like comes here, and then I don't know how to do the jump peek he was doing, but like the way he did it twice to Fallen, and Fallen was like, I remember he was holding it, like Fallen was staring at him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw the first one, and then the second one was so fast. Yeah, exactly. You can't shoot that shit.
Yeah, you wanna know why actually? It's because the way that people are playing like Dust 2, how I was saying before, is like I was talking about how Boomich, he just feels out the round and sees if he can take long while other people are getting fast catted or playing from mid, especially now because of the new changes.
Right.
And now people are just like going with their oppers. I mean, they would anyway, but like whenever teams have their oppers have the spawn, they usually go for it. I'd say most of the time, because you don't need a flash. Like flashing for an opera long doesn't do much because it's hard to get the exact timing. And like you guys are both just gonna take a shot anyway. Like a
Yeah.
T opera is gonna just take his shot and you're gonna take your shot,
It's
whether
just
you're
whoever
blind or
fucking
not.
hits and who's
Yeah, you
faster,
just hit
honestly.
it first. Honestly,
Yeah.
whoever hits it first is gonna win it.
Yeah.
So what people do
I
now,
love it.
actually, there's a really good demo of this. I believe it's one of the last Astralis ones on Dust 2, where you can watch. Actually, I think that's a really good demo. You should watch.
I would love
Let,
it.
let me just like
Astralis.
find it.
Yeah, dude. I'm into watching demos. Next I'm gonna watch Navi versus G2 Ancient. Because that was a pretty fun one. And then yeah, I'm always into because Dust 2, like, do you have any good Vertigo recommendations? Because I watched Gambit, bro, and like I literally learned nothing. I learned like a lurk smoke, but that was really it.
Gambit is really good at Vertigo. I think you just aren't sure what you're looking for.
Bro, but the weirdest part is about when I was watching it, they wait majority of the time. Axel's like
Yeah,
they wait, they throw the lurk smoke, and then they start taking space. Like when their spam's done. But their lurk smoke is different to like the close to the yellow. It's deeper on the ramp, so you can walk up on the left side with it instead of the right, like towards yellow.
yeah.
So people have to spam and nade that instead of like worrying about yellow instead. But I mean, I how they did it. I understand what they were doing. It's just I don't know, like the details of it. It was just I guess it was just a little bit more simple than like a nuke or an overpass, I guess. Or even this fucking map. But
I
yeah.
think that Vertigo is a really difficult map, especially like to understand in like a non-team environment, because it's a map that requires like every single piece of the map working together to open up space for the other part of the map.
Right.
And I honestly think that you should just keep watching Gambit until you understand like what they're doing. And you need to like watch how Nafany, the way he takes his timings is not just random. He doesn't just randomly start walking up the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna find this demo first and then I can talk about Vertigo,
Okay.
honestly. I think it's this Vitality or Phase game. I think both of them will probably be good because they did good in both. And I remember I watched both of those games to prepare for our match.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about like how they play. So
Who's
pretty much
opping?
like
Glaive? And
Glaive was
config?
opping in these. Yeah, so Glaive was opping, but config was too in these games.
Yeah.
And whoever has the best spawn, like oppers usually are gonna take it. I'd say 99.9% of the time. And if they get this for free, then they just end up staying here. And they just let the rifles play, like Zipnix ends up just playing CT, and he was just playing like on any of like the normal angles. And Blame F was getting fast catted. Like Zipnix would fast cat Blame F. And he's just doing what I was saying before. He's like holding the boost, he's nading, he's just doing normal shit. And it makes their mid pretty strong and long. If they try doing anything, like Glaive has a pretty good chance of getting like a shot or a kill here and then just getting away. And then Glaive has like some good options too. Like his options after he takes a shot is either he's just gonna give it up and he's gonna go top site, or he's gonna play car and they're gonna like play to use smokes for him. So like since he was able to use the op long, that means you didn't have to use any utility, right? So like you have one more guy that has a smoke, one more guy that has a molly, and they can use that by playing here at car. As soon as they get smoked out, he just smokes. And then they're gonna wait it out, right? Because the T's, they have to chill. They have to wait, respect the smoke. They know he was there, and then he gets mollied again, and that's when Blame F just comes over and he just smokes it out. And
That's
then
so
there's
great.
like,
I love it.
it's like it's really hard to be able to do shit like this.
So they're 100% planning for that. Like that's definitely a protocol for them. Like if he takes a shot, falls back, he would definitely say blame
It's
or
an
zip,
option.
get ready to
Yeah.
fucking molly for me if I go car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely do. We had that with Fallen as well. Like it's pretty good. Like teams don't use it like every single match. Like you won't see it every match, but this is an option that like uppers have.
Right.
So they feel pretty comfortable playing this way, and it makes like their mid pretty strong as well. So I think that you'll see like a lot of like this style of like the long player being comfortable playing long, like with just one guy. Like you'll see other rounds too, like where Zipnix is playing like Boomich, and he's feeling out the round. He only saw like a smoke or a flash, and what he does is he likes to do. We call these like smart smokes, where we just throw a smoke somewhere, and then we're actually just like giving it up, and we're making another side strong.
Right.
So like from the T perspective, they're like, okay, well, they just smoked long. There's one guy on long. He's like, everything's normal. But the long guy that just smoked is actually going cat, and they might be doing something.
All right.
So that's like a concept that we have that is definitely like very good to notice. I can show you some long stuff if you want to see how to like take long real quick.
Yeah, I did. The only thing I remember is I used to throw the car molly into long doors. I don't know if that's outdated.
Yeah, this sucks. It's like way too hard to like get this molly off right now.
While you're blind as shit.
Yeah, you're just gonna get fucking blind. Fuck this.
Which one do you throw? Do you throw the tooth smoke, or is that outdated now too?
It's all right. Like I think it's just okay. It's not my preferred. I would say that the best way to take it, like you can take it a couple different ways. You'll see like a lot of teams take it different ways. If it's with 3 and you have the best spawns, you want to make sure that your rifler is like the first spawn. So like if that's your op and you really want to take long, you can't take long with an opera as your first guy. It's not possible because you'll have no one get into pit.
Right.
So your first guy, like either he can throw a smoke like this, or you can do like the tooth smoke. Then as you're going across, then you're just gonna be throwing this molly, and you're gonna try to like win this duel, because no matter what, like he's probably gonna dodge this first flash. And you're gonna have to be throwing this molly, looking down at the floor and trying to kill this guy as you're crossing.
Thank God I raised my sense.
Yeah, so you'll have to do this, look down, and you'll have to like, as soon as you're done throwing it, you have to look down and instantly like look back up. So you dodge that first flash and kill this guy.
Right. How would you use the smoke for yourself if you're gonna take long? Like if the team's like literally a fucking strong long team, or I'm pretty much sure everybody is, but if you're like, fuck me, it's annoying crossing the pit, what would you throw if you think you're going to be the safest crossing?
If you really want to be safe, then that's when I would throw this one. I think that this is like just the best one, because that timing right here, like when you're throwing the molly and crossing, there's a lot shorter of a time like from here to here, where like you need to just like pass it.
Right.
Where if you just throw the Molotov, then there's a lot more time like in between. So like instead of being safe as soon as I got to here, now I have to cross all the way here now.
Right.
Before it was just here to here, where I have to like win this duel or get into cover, or I need to actually like get, or I just don't have like the smoke at all, and it's tough. But you don't like have to throw this smoke every time. Like I only
Yeah,
throw it when, like we only throw it when we think they're actually gonna take long, which teams don't do all the time. Because otherwise, like you just have like
So
one less smoke.
FPL, I need this every single time
Yeah,
because everyone
I would
takes
say so.
long every round.
Yeah,
You
you can
saw
do
Rush
another
literally
cool
using
thing
it every
too.
fucking round.
Dude, I would do it too. If I was fucking Rush, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking crossing with this every time.
What time? How do you throw it on the run? Did you double click it?
I left click it. So I usually just like aim at the bottom of this, and I just like throw it like that.
Oh,
Fuck.
okay.
And I miss it, but as long as you aim like in the middle of the pole, it's usually fine.
Okay.
Even that's fine. It's
Yeah.
usually fine most of the time.
Right. You just need something that you can get that little extra
Yeah.
space from. I got you.
Yeah, and
What's
that's
the other
usually the
cool thing?
first guy. The second guy, I would say I always try to like flash just to get another flash like in this guy's face. And then my goal is to molly blue.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're the first guy, you can drop like a flash to like your opper now, just to
Yep.
give him like another one. And his like utility would be like he's flashing here, and then he's just like flashing behind you guys.
Mm,
So
okay.
he can be doing like those nades.
I
But
think
another
people in
thing,
FPL are throwing shit flashes, man. Like nobody's ever
probably.
fucking blind when I'm going long.
Well, the first guy could just be dodging it. Like it's actually really hard to like blind this first guy because he's literally doing this.
Yeah.
It's
But I
hard
mean,
to
the
get this
second and third
timing.
guys are never fucking blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. They're probably just not throwing anything good.
Yeah. Shit.
But another
Alright,
thing
so
you can
sorry.
do, like if let's just say that like instead like this first guy, they keep pathing out like this, and he's trying to like get into pit.
The fur.
Yeah, so you can molly like this at the barrel, and like the first two guys, instead of crossing, you guys can double nade. You guys double nade blue instead, and then you go like on the next flash. This is like what G2 does if you want to watch them. They don't do it all the time, but this
It's
is
kind of
like one
cool
of their
though.
takes. Yeah, so they would have one guy is just smoking door.
Where do you aim
This
for
would be
that?
the
Sorry.
second spawn. There's like a thing here.
Okay.
You probably don't have like the shaders on,
Yeah.
but you can just aim here at the top left of the building here.
Yeah.
So this would be like the second spawn. First spawn, molly's the barrel, and then both of you guys nade. And then if they're out, like they're just gonna get naded really hard. And then you just
Right.
go off of the second flash. So the third guy would just do this initial flash, and then he can just do this flash again when you're ready to cross. So that's a really
Like
nice
it.
like take that G2 does sometimes. And
Mm-hmm.
then other than that, like people usually just do like these normal takes, and they just make sure you stagger your flashes. But if
Yeah,
you
I
have the
like
best
it.
spawn, I would say doing one of these beginning options is the best. Usually you only go into like to these other like door smoke options when you don't have the best spawn. That's when you're gonna see people do this. Like when you watch any Dust 2 demos, people if they have the best spawn with rifles, I can guarantee you they're probably gonna try to take long unless they're only going with 2. If they only have
Mm-hmm.
2, then they're usually gonna not force it because it's hard to win the long fights with 2. But if they have 3, they're usually gonna cross like this. If they only have 2, then they're usually gonna be doing some type of variation like this, like where they're gonna smoke. If they have the best spawn, they can still molly and then hide, and then just feel it out.
Yeah.
But that's usually like when you're choosing like those options.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. I love it. Dude, I got some shit to watch now.
Yeah, now you can see it all in action.
I know. I can't wait to actually though. I'm gonna like watch demos now and just I gotta look at it like the takes and shit. Because like before I was just breaking down why people are making decisions, like why I think they're making these decisions and stuff like that. But I wasn't looking at like the util people are using in terms of like taking long, how you just showed me, or like looking at the nade sets that they're throwing and stuff like that. I need to look at like what's updated and outdated that was in my brain before. Probably most shit's outdated, but yeah.
It's like usually the same concept, but a little bit different. Like people
Right.
just found it a little bit more efficient, or they can like figure out like if you're actually taking things or not. So they just don't take it like completely perfectly every time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I feel like that's just kind of how you have to see it. Like if you're watching a good player, he's probably not an idiot, right? Like he's not gonna
Definitely
be an
not.
idiot. He's gonna know that like he thinks like for example, like he might know that like this is the best way to take it, but maybe one round he just wants to nade and then just like skimp out on it, and
Mhm.
then like use it for something else later. So he maybe is just gonna nade this round and then just go with the flash and cross instead of using the Molotov, because maybe at A you guys only have like 1 or 2 Molotovs, and he wants to use it for the mid to B later. Because
Right.
when you're playing CT, like I was saying before when we were talking about like how people deal with mid to Bs, it's really hard as a CT because you kind of just have to get lucky with like the flash timing.
Right.
Like if you flash through and they're all right here, that's fucking awesome. That's like fucking great. But what if they're not there? What if they're just waiting for you and they just kill you?
Yeah.
Or what if they're just like waiting like 10 seconds and then they resmoke and then they go, but you went like after the smoke cleared,
Mhm.
but they're still holding, but another smoke's coming. Like it's really hard. So you kind of just have to like stuff them with utility, like with a Molotov or a smoke.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like you're setting yourself up for success later in the round, but you're gonna be a little bit weaker in the beginning.
Mhm. For sure. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I love it. Thank you for taking the time, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
Honestly.
problem. I'm happy that I could help. Keep doing your shit. Learn more of the stuff on the maps. You can
For
see
sure.
what Gambit's doing on Vertigo, because I think that they're really fun to watch. I think that's like one of like their best maps. And the nice thing about them is they don't do anything crazy either. They just play the game. They just like feel it out and they have good team play.
Right. Yeah, I feel like most people are doing that nowadays too, right? They're like uh are not like doing that, but like mid game is like it's about individuals making proper decisions, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah. It's like just making sure that you're leaving yourself open, God, for other options like in the round.
Right.
Like if you see a team just like always like together as a pack and just never like leaving one on the side to give yourself options in case you get stuffed, then you're gonna be in like a lot of trouble against good teams because they're gonna be there to stuff you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, yeah, thanks again, bro.
Hmm.
I
No
appreciate it.
problem.
If we can ever run this shit back, I would love to.
Yeah, I'd be down. If you
All
need
right.
help in the future, just let me know.
For sure, dog. I appreciate it again. Thank you.
No problem. I'm gonna head out now.
Good
Have a good
luck,
rest of
by
your
the way, in
stream.
your tourneys. Yeah, thank you. But good luck
Thank
in
you.
your tourney.
Thank you, sir. All
All right,
right,
dog.
later, Ryan. Peace.
Disconnected.
What a homie. All right. Well, I'm gonna rewatch this demo again. That's for damn sure. So I'm gonna watch Astralis, Gambit. Like, how do I even top that? Like, how do I come back to a stream after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you top that? You can't. So Astralis versus. Should I watch Vitality because it was closer? Ooh. Watch Vitality because it was a close game. All right, I'm gonna go into uphill and literally want to fucking lose my mind in a sec. Dude, I can't download this demo. Why? Yeah, that was nice. I loved it. That shit is fucking great. Classes in session. See, one thing I love about like Counter-Strike is you get to watch all these demos, but it's another thing to like hear the breakdown and actually hear the thoughts of actual top players, right? Like for me being such a fan of the game, and even when I was playing Valorant, I was such a fan of the game that even just watching, like when I would watch matches, I loved it, and I was always a little bit more entertained when I watched Valorant matches compared to, or sorry, CS matches compared to Valorant. So now when I hear like what's actually happening in today's day and age compared to when I was playing, obviously I haven't played like pro CS since 2020, I think. Holy shit, it's been that long. Wait, no, was it 2021? Beginning of 2021. So it's been no. I think it's almost been 2 years since I played pro matches. Wait, let me look. NA pro scene really dead? I have no idea. I don't think so. Yeah, my last match I played was April 4th, 2020. And that was when our team was pretty much dead at that point. So April 4th, 2020. So I've been outdated by almost a year and 8 months now. So it's interesting to hear all these things. And honestly, it's fucking amazing. I love it. I love every second. Like, that's why I kept saying thank you, because it means a lot. Fix my CS here. I don't know what's going on. My CS, so my display capture is working, but my game capture is not working for some reason. I don't know why that is though. Pros really put in a lot of work behind the scenes. Of course they fucking do. Like, I did this on an orgless team. When I was doing on an orgless team, I think EG and Liquid are both going to be really good. Whoever puts in more time will probably be the better team, though. See if this works. I changed shit in my OBS. It's going to be on YouTube. I have no idea. I'll ask him first if he wants me to put it on YouTube. If not, then no. Because it's his